Hey
There he
everybody,
is.
4 ohm mono run. Here we go. The amp, this is a CXA 800.1, rated 300 watts at 4 ohms mono. So let's run the test. Certified test first, 1% THD. And that picture, I don't know where that came from. Here we go. Can we get the 300 watts? It's counting, it's counting, it's counting. Yes, we can. 364 at 14 and a half. I believe that's 14.5. I can't really see. My eyes are bad. I'm getting old.
Yeah, boy.
364 watts. So it definitely got the rated power. And let's go ahead and quickly reset the dyno here to the uncertified test. And I intentionally set these up to give a little bit more time in between so I could waste some time while these guys are hooking up the other amps. Uncertified, again, takes us up to clipping. We're looking for that 300 watts. And, of course, we're easily going to get it. As we show here, 369, 14.46. 371, it jumped up at the end. Again, these tests run for a duration of about 10 seconds, so you'll notice sometime at the end it will get a little bit higher number than it did previously. So we let it run for the full test. The dynamic test, again, sends a pulse tone through the amp. And let's try this out, rated 300 watts. And let's send that pulse tone in. And what the dynamic track does, what I like to say is it shows the headroom of the amplifier. So you want, amplifier has more headroom, it's going to give a little bit more power, sometimes a lot more power at that same impedance. So we got 385 watts at 14.71 volts. I'm on the lithium bank here, and I tried to let it drain down just a little bit so we could make sure that I wasn't going too high voltage, but it still stayed right around the 14.7. Efficiency, I measured 83% efficient at 4 ohms. For a Class D amp, that is what we expect. That's really good, so good numbers there. Now,
Yeah, boy.
yeah, boy. So,
Nice.
so if we can switch over to the 2 ohm test, Ernie, we'll try that one out, and we'll go through all the settings, and I'll try not to put you guys to sleep. 2 ohms mono, the CXA 800.1 is rated 600 watts at 14.4 volts. And let's start up the test. Of course, certified test first, a 1% THD. Here we go. Let's count them up.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Or just test a tone.
Did we pause? No, there we go. It
There it
actually
goes.
started. Here we go. We can get that 600. Yes.
634.
634. 14.41. So right at that 14.4. Looking good. Giving us what we're advertised. That's what we're looking for. Let's
And that's the
reset the
big thing
dyno.
that we wanted to show was that they do everything we say they're going to do.
Yeah, and I mean, the whole reason this was done recorded instead of live, it's just my setup right now. I am on a temporary test bench, and I'm trying to rebuild and get a new one set up. So next time maybe I join in the future, I'll be able to do this live and make mistakes just like these guys, because it happens. 650 watts at 14.31 uncertified to clipping. Again, more than the rated power, and that's what you'd expect with a Kicker product. Dynamic power goes up to clipping with this dynamic tone. Let's see what we get here. 2 ohms again. Dyno temperature 75 degrees. Outside temperature was approximately 70 degrees, so what a nice day to do an amp dyno. 686 watts. 14.52. I didn't see it count up any higher, I don't think. Oh, see, I spoke too soon. 689,
It's trickling in
14.51.
there.
I think that finished the test there. So again, constant numbers across the board, getting your power plus a little bit more. And again, what John talked about earlier, these really survive. 83%, same exact efficiency that we got at 4 ohms, we get at 2 ohms. Again, that's really good. So let's try this 1 ohm run, and then I think these guys are ready to
Yeah,
test it.
boy. Yep.
Bigger
pretty
amp.
darn close.
All right, so 1 ohm mono, the CXA 800.1 is rated 800 watts, 14.4 volts. That's why it's called the CXA 800, I believe. Is that right, John?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm just going to agree
certified,
to whatever you say.
certified test first, 1% THD, 40 hertz track. Here we go. Roll those numbers. Roll that beautiful beam footage. Here we go. It is, oh yes, 955 watts. So look at our voltage. It even dropped below 14.4. We got 14.18. So almost 1,000, almost a kilowatt for an 800 watt amp.
boy.
Yep, that's once again 20% more.
Yeah, that's
And
good
you know,
stuff.
that's not the big thing. Is how much more? Just
Yeah, my whole thing is if you do the rated or just close, I mean, you got 5% tolerances, but I'd still rather, see you get at least the rated power, and you guys do that every time. Uncertified, up to clipping at 1 ohm. Can we get over that 1,000 watts? Oh, check it out.
whoa.
1,029, 13.98. So yeah, uncertified is more the number that I use. If you're using subwoofers, you're not going to hear the 1% THD. You're only going to hear the clipping. So I think it's safe to say this is a 1,000 watt amp for 800 watts price. Dynamic, 1 ohm. See what we get here. We're going to bust that 1,000 watts again. Here it goes. Oh yeah, check it out. We're excited.
11:39.
I can see everybody out there in the world watching. 1,149 watts, 14.48 volts. So there you have it, friends. A test of the Kicker CXA 800.1. Now we are going to show the efficiency. The efficiency at 1 ohm is always expected to be a little bit lower. 76%, that's still close to 80%. That's close enough to me. And again, remember, we're not using lab grade equipment. Of course, we're using Fluke equipment. But there is an opportunity for it to be a little bit off here. So when I say 76, it could be 72, it could be 78, but somewhere in that range, 76%, which I think is good. So overall, the CXA 800.1 did what it's promised and delivered as expected.
Pretty cool. Well, Derek.